Hello, my name is Lorraine Garvey of District 32, and I'm absolutely delighted to be having a conversation today with Jennifer McMahon of Modern People Global. How are you, Jennifer?
Oh, very well. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. I was just saying before the interview how amazing you look. You're
Oh,
setting the standard out there for us ladies.
thank you.
But
I feel it's a feel good for a Friday morning. Thank you, Lorraine.
very good.
Nice. It's all about sharing the love, and I think we all need to do that more. So thank you. I
Yeah,
take
we do.
and I cherish it. Thank you.
No, all good. So, Jennifer, you are an extremely busy lady. You are the co-founder of Modern People Global. I love your title in there, Chief Purpose Officer. But you're also a highly sought after keynote speaker, and you are out there spreading your love, right, around your own passion. Tell us a little bit about Modern People Global. What is it? What do you do for people, and why are you so passionate about it?
Sure. Well, our purpose at Modern People is to humanize the new world of work. And what that means is that we bring the heart back into the commercial and the corporate model. We use a blend of higher consciousness, ancient philosophy with science. We use the latest research from people like MIT, a lot of the thought leaders and founders at Harvard. And we bring that into the commercial model, and we look at how organizations who are purpose-led have thrived over the last decade, and what are the ingredients that they use, and what is that recipe that they have for that to come to life. And so we bring those three areas together, and that is our approach to everything that we do.
Which is, it's refreshing in the modern world that we are looking at people as people, and I love the word humanizing. Right? As AI takes over and Chat GPT comes by storm, we've still got to look at, the human element of the business.
Absolutely. And we use a lot of AI in our business ourselves. We love tech. We as part of our social impact initiatives, we sponsor startups. We have an innovation community which we champion. We've actually got another night on Tuesday. So we love tech and innovation, but behind every piece of tech is still a human being, and those human beings have emotions, and they have wants and needs and passions, and they have feelings. And to say that exists independently of their work is really a mindset of the past. And so we want to bring that humanity back into everything that we're doing. What is it that lights you up? What is it that brings you joy? And what really brings us joy and fulfillment, as we know, is that contribution and that service to humanity and the planet.
How do you feel? What do you feel as if I realize that as individuals and as individual human beings, our world is different. We all see different perspectives of the world, generally because of, what's happening in our own world. So if these are our thoughts, opinions, perspectives, that's what we see out there. So I've got my opinion on the uptake of humanizing the business, from my perspective. But from your perspective, when you're working in that area, do you see a massive uprising, or is it a slow, steady, climb with regards to people getting on board and trying to work more with people and work on culture and values and meaning? Where do you sit on that?
Yeah, there has been a planetary consciousness shift happening for the past 10 years, the past decade. But what we have seen is that the pandemic and COVID has accelerated that shift. Wow. Because when our control was taken away from us, and when fear took over, we went back to our core values. And that's what we do in times of uncertainty, ambiguity. In those times, in those VUCA times, we go back to our core values, and we go back to what are those things that we truly believe and that we live by, and what really matters to us. And so then people because when you're on that wheel, that hamster wheel of life, particularly if you're in a business, you're working for a business, you get on that wheel of being busy and just constantly not feeling that time scarcity feeling. There's not enough hours in the day. is very much a scarce mindset, when really, as human beings, we are here and we are built to love and to belong and to contribute and to be of service and to feel energy and to give energy. And that is why we're here. And we everything we have, we already know it's within us, but we forget that when we're on things like the hamster wheel and when we're going from the day to day and kids and clients and business and making, enough money this month and those sorts of things. They hold us back from our true self, our higher self, and our real reason for being. And so what we find is that things like the pandemic, it brings us back to reality, but grounds us. And so now the conversations that we have, I mean, we started Modern People 3 months before the pandemic hit. And
Wow.
And for that sort of first 6 to 12 months, it was a lot of the conversations we had were people saying, so sorry, what is it that you do again? What? So yeah, I kind of get that. But so can you explain that to me again? What is it? Whereas now when we interact, companies are coming to us and saying, hey, we need help with our ESG or our net positive strategy. Can you help us? Hey, we need help with strategic planning. We don't feel like we've got a process, but we don't feel like it's the best it can be. Can you help us so we can be a better business, a business which does care for people and planet? Can you help us with our strategic planning? Can you help us with our leadership? We've got a few leaders that feel really stuck, or that are not buying into our future vision. Can you help us to try and evolve some mindsets? And so, now it's people are coming to us saying, okay, we've identified these gaps and these needs and we need help because of that planetary consciousness shift that's been happening.
Jennifer, I loved how you explain that. You're very articulate, and I love how you just stand behind, your own beliefs and your values there, and you're not afraid to say what is. With regards to planetary consciousness, right? You're out there, you're saying this is what's happening, folks. So, and what you're saying there resonates with me at a very deep level. So thank you very much for sharing that. I get a little bit of envy there about your job, right? You've got a wonderful role there. I'm sure it's got its ups and downs, the same as any other role. But look,
right? Always space. It's never.
What's that? Yeah.
There's opportunities to work together. I can feel it.
Oh, there's something coming absolutely after our conversation yesterday. I'd love to explore that more on just how we can get involved in the shift. But Jennifer, I love what you're saying there, and I know a lot of that is, how do people become connected? How do we become connected to the process, connected to the plan, connected to the environment, the community, the goals? And that's one of the reasons, that we've asked you to come and do a keynote for our Ladies' Day. There's an upcoming Ladies' Day coming up on the 6th of April, and you're going to be sharing your insights around connection. Can you just tell us a little bit, please, about what are people going to expect from that, and why is it important that business owners get access to this information?
Yeah. I think as we know, one of the basic human needs is belonging. And in order to feel that sense of belonging, we need to connect with another human being. And in order to connect, we need to be open, we need to be vulnerable, but we need to cultivate feelings of mattering. And so what I will be showing the ladies is a very, very practical 3-step tool on how you can create and cultivate moments of mattering with everyone around you, whether or not it's your client that you deal with every day, or whether or not it's one of your colleagues or your team members, whether or not it's your leader or your manager, it's whether or not it's at home, with your children, with your partners. So it's possible to do that in a very conscious and intentional way, because what we teach around create mattering is common sense. You'll see it and you'll look at the model and you'll see it and go, yeah, I know this. But what we know is that common sense is not common practice.
Yeah.
Because if we were doing this each day, then we wouldn't have the disengagement. We wouldn't have the disconnection. We wouldn't be feeling feelings of loneliness, or we wouldn't be feeling feelings of frustration, or that yearning for a sense of belonging. Because if we were practicing this every day, we wouldn't have any of those challenges. So I'd like to show you something really tangible and practical that we can start implementing today.
Jennifer, Thank you very much. I'm really, really excited to see you on the 6th of April. And thank you very much for sharing your time with us. And I will certainly be in touch with you to talk about how District 32 can be a more conscious organisation as well. So thank you very much.
Wonderful. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
See you.
See you.
Bye.